Hello, church. Bob Myers sharing with you today from Psalm 37. And what a delightful psalm we have today. A beautiful psalm that David pens for us. And David is up in years when he writes this. Verse 25 says, I have been young and now I'm old. So this is an older David writing this. He's reflecting. I kind of like to think of him as the professor emeritus for the seminary class this day. And I wouldn't be surprised what they're outside. And I would say that David is just distilling some wisdom to his young listeners. And someone gets pen, they write it down, and they develop it into a song. But it's a beautiful, beautiful psalm. And David just reiterates some of the things he's seen in his life, how the Lord has been faithful, how the wicked have not triumphed. And in other psalms, we see David crying out for deliverance. This psalm, he's saying, I've seen a lot. Over the years, I've seen a lot. And I've seen God be faithful. And he shares some nuggets of wisdom with his young audience or whomever would read this psalm later. Verses 3, 4, and 5, he says, trust in the Lord and do good. That's pretty simple, isn't it? So shalt thou dwell in the land, verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he will give thee the desires of thine heart. He said, just delight in the Lord, and he'll give you the desires of your heart. It's really that simple. 5, commit thy way to the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. So he's telling these young students and us, the Lord's telling us, just trust in the Lord. Rest in Jesus, rest in the Lord, trust in him, delight ourselves in him, and he's going to take care of things. It's going to be okay. Verse 7, he says, rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. David has a little different perspective at this season of his life. And it's a delightful perspective of resting, trusting, committing to the Lord. Verse 11, he says, the meek shall inherit the earth. Does that sound familiar? That's what Jesus said in the Sermon on the Mount. And we'll see some parallels between this psalm and the Sermon on the Mount, some of the things that Jesus said. Verse 16, a little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. Boy, wouldn't that be good if we all could lay that to heart when we were in our teens. Little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. David says, hey, I've seen it. It's better that way. It's better that way. And David has a note of authenticity and a note of honesty about this because he has been rich and he has had a little. And he says, it's just better. It's better. Be righteous. Be right with God. Even if you have a little, that's much better than having a lot and being apart from God. Verse 18, the Lord knows the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. The Lord he knows your steps, and he will take care of what's due you. 23 and 24, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down. 34, wait on the Lord and keep his way. That recurring theme. And then the last 2 verses of the chapter, beautiful, beautiful verses. Salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. The Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him. Lord, be blessed today as you read through these reflections of David in his later years, reflecting on the goodness, faithfulness, and mercy of the Lord. Psalm 37.